You know that feeling when you read something and suddenly you're right there? You can see it, you can almost feel it. That, right there, is the magic of descriptive writing. It's not about just stating facts, it's about building a whole world with your words. And that's exactly what we're going to break down today, how you can do it too.
So, how do you make your words feel, well, real? This is the big question for any writer, right? You've got this crystal clear picture in your mind, a person, a place, a vibe, but getting that picture out of your head and onto the page so someone else sees it just as clearly, whew, that's the tricky part. But that's what we're here to figure out.
Okay, first things first. Forget thinking of this as some stuffy school assignment. Descriptive writing is a superpower. It's the art of painting with words. You're using details and imagery to literally pull your reader out of their world and drop them right into yours. You want them to see what you see, hear what you hear, and feel what you feel.
All right, so where do we start? Well, it might sound almost too simple, but the most incredible descriptions all follow a kind of universal blueprint. It's a simple three-part structure that's like a rock-solid foundation for whatever you're building.
It's a classic for a reason. It just works. First, you've got your introduction. That's your hook, the thing that grabs your reader and says, hey, look at this. Then comes the body. This is the main event, where you get to unleash all those juicy sensory details. And finally, the conclusion. It wraps everything up neatly and leaves the reader with a strong final thought or feeling. But here's the thing. The magic isn't in the structure itself. The structure is just the canvas, you know? It's the frame that holds everything together. The real magic? That's in the details. The details are the paint, the color, the texture. They're what turn a boring black and white sketch into a full-color masterpiece. Okay, and this is super important. The kind of details you use totally depends on what you're describing. I mean, you're not going to describe your best friend the same way you describe a crazy music festival, right? Of course not. So let's look at how that focus changes. See the difference? When you're describing a person, you're basically a portrait artist. You zoom way in on their appearance, their personality, all those little quirks that make them them. Before an event, you're more like a landscape painter. You have to zoom out and capture the whole scene, the place, the time, the vibe, what everyone's feeling. It's all about picking the right lens for the job. So, for a person, let's put on our detective hats. What's your first impression? Get specific about their appearance, height, build, hair, you name it. What about their personality? Kind, funny, a little bit grumpy? Do they have any weird habits or hobbies? Every little detail is a clue that helps you build a full, living, breathing person on the page.
Now, let's switch gears to an event. Here, our checklist changes completely. We're not looking at personal quirks. We're setting a stage. So what's the event called? Where and when is it happening? What's the point of it all? And most importantly, what was it like to be there? And what happened after? You're giving the reader a full 360-degree view of the whole experience.
Okay, so we've got our blueprint and we've got our checklist. Now it's time to talk about the Pro Writer's Toolkit. These are the things that take a good description and make it absolutely killer. This is the stuff that makes your writing really sing.
Think of these three tools working together. First, a rich vocabulary gives you better, stronger words to choose from. Then, vivid imagery is how you use those words to paint that clear picture in the reader's mind. And finally, literary devices, things like similes and alliteration, that's the creative flair. That's the spice that makes your writing pop and stick with you.
All right, enough theory. Theory is one thing, but seeing it in action is where the real learning happens. Let's put it all together and look at a real-life example. We're going to read a short paragraph and see if we can spot all the pieces we've been talking about.
Okay, listen to this. I grew up in Shimla. During the cold, snowy winters, most people stayed inside, and one could smell wood burning in fireplaces and see smoke coming out of chimneys. In summer, one could see people walking dogs or jogging. My hometown made me feel secure and comfortable. Wow, you can feel that, can't you? Smell wood burning, they aren't just telling us, they're making us experience it. And it all leads up to that final emotional punchline, secure and comfortable. That's the goal right there.
That's a beautiful piece of writing, right? But now for the fun part. Let's pop the hood and see how the engine actually works. We're going to deconstruct that paragraph to see exactly how the writer pulled it off.
So check this out. The writer didn't just say it was cold. No way. They made us see the smoke from the chimneys. They didn't just say it was a nice place. They made us smell the burning wood and hear the birds singing. See how that works? All those little sensory details add up to create that big emotional feeling at the end, secure and comfortable. That's what it's all about.
So, when you boil it all down, what have we got? Writing a really killer descriptive paragraph isn't some kind of mysterious dark art. It's a skill you can learn. It's a simple recipe, really. You need the blueprint, the right checklist of details for your subject, and those ProWriter tools. That's it. That's the formula.
Okay, so now it is your turn. Seriously, right now. Look around. Is there a plant on your desk? A coffee mug? A picture on the wall? Don't just glance at it. Really look at it. What are its details? What's its story? How could you use everything we just talked about to make me see it, to make me feel it? Give it a shot. That's how you start.
Prepared by K. Rajendra Prasad.